How's everybody doing? Wait for some people to come in. We're running late tonight, and we'll get this thing kicked off here for a little bit. And there's Ed. How's it going, Ed?
Oh, long time no see, brother.
Yeah, it's crazy,
Yeah,
but pretty good turnout for that party today
definitely.
for Bo's birthday party and Sandy's birthday. Good
How
time.
about you? How about you? Hi, John. Hi,
Yep.
Tyler. Hi,
Doug
Doug.
Walker.
Ben. Second Chance Motors. How you all doing?
Oh Lord.
Yeah, it just wasn't quite the party as expecting because Bocce didn't show up. You know.
Yeah. Yep. Bocce, you missed Bo's birthday party and Sandy's birthday party. We just had a big deal for them. How you doing, Breezy?
Hi, Breezy. Hi, Kyle.
Oh, dang, we just seen Kyle somewhere.
Yeah.
Heavy rain there. Yeah, we had the rain earlier. Everything guy. He's up in, I believe he's in New York, isn't he?
Yeah. Yep. Up in New York.
I did not get an invite. Rude. No, you're always invited, Bocce. You don't need an invite.
Right.
Door's always open. But you
You knew,
never show up.
you knew the birthdays were there. You know.
Yep. Another year.
I didn't get a formal invite either. I was delivering oil. I just stayed for the food.
No, I think you did get an invite.
Yeah, I did.
I thought so.
Yeah. Yeah. Sandy invited me.
Yeah. And there's two ATVs. How you doing, two ATVs?
Hey, Daryl.
And there's Daryl. Hey,
Hello,
Daryl.
everybody. How's
How's the
everybody doing?
oh, just had a big old birthday party for Bo and Sandy today.
I seen it was Bo's birthday, but I didn't see Sandy's was yesterday. I mean, Bo's yesterday, but I didn't see where Sandy's
Sandy's
birthday.
is Monday.
Oh, okay.
So we just had one big party for the two of
Yeah, Bo's the gift that keeps on giving.
them. Oh, Lordy, his water well. Ooh,
Hey, Ben,
all week.
That's what I said. He's the gift that keeps on giving.
everything guy.
It's crazy. It's been crazy. But as far as I know, he's still got water. I had to replace the point, the pipes, the pump, the pressure tank. Everything's been replaced in his well now.
Holy cow.
Oh, it was a mess. And we pulled the daggone pipe twice out of the ground. It was crazy. Them daggone pumps are expensive as all get out anymore. That pump was over $500.
Yep.
There's Mater's workshop. How you doing, Mater? So hopefully it stays together now.
Oh, it should.
I hope. Oh shoot.
If not, we'll have to direct the downspouts into a 55-gallon drum for him.
Bullshit. He can go down there to the creek and take a bath. It's crazy. Uh-oh.
Well, he
You
can
ain't
just stop.
nobody.
He can just stop at the truck stop and take a shower.
Yeah.
It's the baby.
Sandy, get my phone and text Jeff and tell him I went live. I forgot to text him.
Oh yeah, we can't be on here without Jeff.
Yeah, I forgot to text him. I was tied up cooking and stuff. But no, it was a good turnout. A lot of people.
Good time.
Good time. But you know what? After I cooked all that chicken and all that other stuff and that whole pork and all that, smoked all that food and everything, I didn't feel like eating nothing of it. I just
Well, everything was delicious.
Bill, you got your pens with you?
Yeah.
Oh no, there was nothing there to make for him to need a pin. It was all meat and stuff.
Well, it was.
Yeah, but you're still talking food.
Yeah, but it's not going to drive his sugar up, not the protein.
What's up, Ben?
Yeah, I skipped the cake and cupcakes and stuff. There's too much other good stuff there.
I'm still trying to get a piece of the cake, and I still ain't got it yet. And there's like 200 and something cupcakes.
Well, there's always one thing about it. The grill master, if the grill master's hungry when he gets done cooking, he didn't do it right. So, I mean.
Well,
He's
Kyle
probably-
was even cooking. We had 2 grills going. Hey, how you doing, Nate? Good to see you. We
Hey,
had 2 grills going, and we had chicken. We had I smoked up some pork butts, 2 of them, and baby back ribs, 2 big racks of those, and everything. And I tell you what, by the time you got done eating all that,
What kind of rolling papers did you use to smoke them with?
I got a
Easy Winders.
yeah. No, I got one of them. I can't think of the name of the damn grill.
So these wouldn't have worked?
No,
Pit boss.
Pit Boss. I got a Pit Boss smoking grill.
Yeah, you just walked out the door.
Yep.
Get your name.
Hey, Breeze.
Hey, Breezy.
Oh, Kyle can have all the leftover cake and stuff.
Yeah. That's exactly right. Everybody on this panel can go live right now.
Yeah.
If they want. And everybody will get watch time and everything.
Well, I don't see the option I can get to be able to do that.
Jeff,
Ed, is that blue box up there for you? Hey, how you doing, Bo?
I don't have one up there.
I don't have one either.
You didn't set it up that everybody can go live.
how do I do that?
I don't know.
When you're first setting it up, there's a check mark you got to hit.
I can't
You
do
can
it
also
now.
go into, you can go into settings and change it there too. So,
Scoot over a little bit, old man, so I can reach this.
Love my Pit Boss. Yes, that second chance. Yes, that is an awesome, awesome grill.
What is it that I need?
What do I need to hit, Ed?
Should say something. Should say something like allow others to share this video or something like that. Hey, there's Jeff. Hi, Roadrunner.
Hey, Roadrunner. Mimi. Nate. Kyle.
Hey, Jeff.
Second chance.
Hey, how you doing, Jeff? All right, we're gonna have to figure it out and set it for the next
Automatically add shared screens, videos to screen.
No,
one. No.
I'll have to look at it next time I set one up.
Yep.
All right,
and then
well, you
let
don't
us
have to
know.
send a message to Jeff. He already knows. He's already here.
Guests can stream this in their own destination.
Yes,
Yes.
that's it. Okay, now it's on. Close it out. Now everybody on the panel can go live.
Is it there?
Yep.
It
It
should
says
be there
stream
now.
this. Yeah, it says stream this to your audience.
Yep, do it now. So everybody gets view time and everything and helps it one another out. And Bocce says, hi, Sandy.
Hi, Bachi.
It's her birthday.
happy
she didn't-
birthday, Miss Sandy.
If
Mine
she was
and
your,
Rose.
if Sandy is so much of Bocce's hero, Bocce would have been here.
That's right.
So, I think she's just blowing smoke.
It's not her birthday yet. Not till Monday. You're right, Bocce. But I will not be here.
So we
On
celebrated
Monday.
today, but they didn't tell me. They told me we were celebrating Bo's birthday.
It was a good time.
And then Kaylee let it
Where's my
slip.
piece of cake?
Oh my God. It's probably in the refrigerator with everything packed around.
I got to show Daryl this cake so he can get his pins out. I got to make it right for Daryl. Hey, and we got Jeff in the basement.
He was having problems.
Hi, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey,
Hi, Jeff.
We told no, Bo. We was and
oh,
they told Bo.
Yeah,
we
we had it worked out. We was telling Bo
there we
we
go.
was putting a birthday party on for his mom. We was telling his mom that we was putting a birthday party on for Bo.
and they were surprised party.
Here we go.
And,
That's better.
Sandy told me that they were celebrating Bo's.
Yeah, because she
That's all I
didn't know.
knew.
So we just made one big party out of both birthdays. So it kind
Let
of
me
worked
see if
out
I can
good.
get you a piece of
What I got to find out is, how does Bo have time? He should be out there polishing that aluminum every time he gets a chance.
Well,
He should have black hands every time he stops that truck. He should be.
I'll tell you how he does that. We got a neighbor. Okay. He'll come down and he'll polish tanks and wheels and everything for a case of beer.
Oh gosh.
And he does one
Really?
heck of a job. Does a outstanding job on it.
He does a real good
And
job.
will be shining.
That's a good deal then.
Yep.
I
he's
bet
an
there's a
old
lot of
retired
people
guy.
that had that neighbor then.
Yep.
Yeah, that
He's
was-
an old retired
Yeah.
guy. He'll detail like no other.
Well, that's a good deal then. I mean, it was always me the guy that had to go out there. And if I wanted my truck shined up, I had to go out there and shine it up.
Yep. And everybody, I'll get phone calls. Hey, somebody's going in and out of your garage. And I'm like, you ain't got to worry about that guy. You better not get caught going in and out of there, because that guy will be the one that'll catch you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, he's a real good guy. He's retired from a steel mill and stuff, and he just looks for something to do, and
Yep.
he likes to drink a little bit, so we help him out with that, and he takes care of chrome and all that, and polishing the wheels, and does an outstanding job.
Well, that's a good
He
deal.
doesn't
then.
drink Bud Light, does he?
No, he doesn't. He drinks.
Okay,
even-
he's good then.
I forget what it's called.
She's telling you she's hungry. Look.
Natural light.
Yeah, Natural Light's what he drinks, and it's real cheap.
Uh-oh,
Sir?
we in trouble.
Win-win for you.
Yeah.
We in trouble.
Why are we in trouble?
Because Millie has figured out that when she gets hungry, she goes and picks her bowl up and brings it to us.
That's a good
Oh, yeah.
thing.
Sammy does that all the time.
Yeah.
Sammy carries hers around.
Hey,
You don't know
Sarah.
where you're gonna find it.
When I was growing up, we used to have a pit bull, and she started that stuff. My parents went out and got a composite dog food bowl, and the way it was shaped and everything, she couldn't get a hold of it. So she started sliding it around. So then they
Stop.
got a rubber mat to put it on. She really couldn't move it. Hey, East Coast Ken.
I
I don't know how Sammy does it, but it's almost like she slam dunks hers because you can hear it from across the street almost.
Hey, there's the birthday boy.
Well, you're not going to forget to feed her, that's for sure, because the dog's going to let you know.
Uh huh.
Yep.
So I got the roller bars all on there.
Did you?
Oh.
Got all the pieces. I got it all the bronze bushings and everything.
Lay down.
Good deal.
Right back. I knew I forgot something, and Sandy ain't here to remind me. Speaking of the devil, I'm gonna blame my empty coffee cup on Sandy.
Not my problem. I got a full pot of coffee and
You
coffee.
see that? You see that comment? Bo is older than Bocce now.
Uh-oh.
Hey,
Still working on a 3-drawer.
I actually got a cup of coffee from Sandy.
Yeah,
That's right.
he's drinking it now.
Actually, you got one and a fill up.
Yeah,
That's a
as I say,
Cobra.
right
It's a
before I was
Cobra.
leaving, she come out and topped off my coffee cup.
Yep.
Geez, I didn't get no coffee.
You guys.
Oh, if you would have been at Sandy's birthday party, you would have got a cup, Jeff.
Well,
Uh-huh.
nobody told me about it. You know, they got these one-way people out there. Forget
Nobody
about
told
their
me about
friends.
She didn't even know about it. She thought it was Bo's birthday
And
party.
I live here,
Well, you're not supposed to know about it.
but I help decorate.
Didn't that tell you something?
The only way I found out is I went and picked up a couple cases of oil for us, and I called Sandy and said, "Hey, I picked that oil up. I'll drop it off this weekend." She's like, "Well, you coming down for the party?" I'm like, "What party?" She's like, "We're celebrating Bo's birthday." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Yeah, I'll be there.
Hey, the word got out, and there was a lot of people here.
And you didn't call me, you text me.
Well, okay, I'm sorry. I text you because I texted Mark first, and of course I didn't hear anything. So
You ain't gonna hear nothing from me, cause I never once I come out of that truck, that cell phone goes on the table. And most of the time, it's in her back pocket, cause I don't give two shits less
No,
about it.
you would have been in the truck that day.
I was gonna say it was Thursday. He would have been in the truck, so I should have got a response back.
I was on my way back to Palmer.
He was whipped because Wednesday night he stayed up till like 10 o'clock working on Bo's well.
And the new truck that Rich is in gave us a fit on Wednesday. It wouldn't do nothing. First run out on it. But it's way too heavy. It's 35,000 empty.
Watch was a secret until Kaylee told me this afternoon I ain't allowed it in the back of her car. And I can't see what's back here until everybody gets here. Then I can open my presents. And I said, Kaylee, that's a dead giveaway. No, Mom, it ain't free. It ain't your birthday. We're just going to give them to you with everybody there. And I'm like, yeah, okay.
And
Well,
Yeah.
how you doing?
but wait a minute. You said Kaylee had a car. I mean, which one of y'all's vehicles did she have this time? Yours or the one
it's
that goes
hers.
off all the time?
No,
She's got a brand new Kia like her mom's.
Oh, okay. One of the cars that like stop and get coffee every 3 miles.
Uh-huh.
and she had to get white, just like mine.
Mm-hmm.
The only way I tell them a different is her Kia says it's fancier than mine, or it looks, I don't know. I don't like the way they do the new Kia symbol.
And those B&S small engines, how you doing, Brandon?
I don't know if you should let Boccia get away with that last statement.
I didn't see it. What was it?
That girl has diarrhea of the mouth.
That could be.
No, she kept it a secret all week. I guess they were planning.
Uh-oh. There's a member of 26 months now.
Dang, Bocce.
We've known her that long?
Longer because we knew her from the other streams. before
Oh,
she
yeah,
joined
yeah, yeah.
yours.
How's things going in California there, Mike?
Huh?
I finally got one person that showed up from my streams, from one of my crowd that actually come in since I.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Mark.
Yeah, that's what Ken put in there. Very true, Ken.
And Bashi. Hush up.
Mm-hmm. But no, it was a good time. We had a lot of people here and a lot of good food.
Lots of really good food, asparagus and everything, mac and
There
cheese.
were lots of
Look what
little
I'm
kids.
having. A piece of week-old rye toast.
Wow.
Kyle.
And,
Boy, am I getting a dirty look because I ain't sharing it.
And Bo
What-
Bo
what-
got Bo got a new fishing pole.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna do him any good. He still won't catch no fish, but
Nope. You ain't gonna catch nothing. I'm gonna catch them all.
No, I gotta just find the right lure.
Yeah, but you got Bo's waiting on the big on that brand big new boat motor to come in. So
Mhm.
we'll go try it out.
How many streams are running together? I don't know.
Should be all of us streaming.
no, I actually didn't share it out because I don't want people going to my stream instead of yours.
Yeah.
So I didn't put it
Yes.
on my channel.
I don't care.
See that? Ed's all heart.
Daryl sharing.
Yeah,
I
I ain't
am.
sharing it.
Later, you sharing?
I care less. Everybody can share it out.
Hey, Tommy. Send me. I got 2 watching on mine.
I think I got one watching on mine.
It helps everybody out. More power to you.
Okay, which one's Tommy on?
That's on mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tommy and so everything guy Tyler, he's on mine.
Yeah, it was.
I got
like
3
said,
watch on mine.
Old truck. Who's the old truck? I don't know who that is.
I was told by Old Truck. Who's Old Truck?
I don't know who old truck is.
Oh, wasn't me.
And get me a line on that one.
He was told. He was told by old truck to come and watch Twisted. Oh,
Well, you know how them crazy people are north of the border. That's where he's at. Eh. Ah,
TV is the Old Truck.
oh, ATV. Okay. We didn't know that, but now we know who old truck is.
I didn't even know it was put up that way either.
Yep. That's Daryl.
Got 3 old truckers in here.
Yeah.
Never drove a truck in my life.
Yeah, right.
One day I was gonna stop at one of the schools and see how much it costs
For what?
to learn how to drive a truck.
I don't want to learn.
You better sit
I
down
just
before you
want-
find that out.
I just want to learn because hey Rail,
Hi,
the
Rail.
reason I'd want to try it out is I guarantee I could drive them daggum instructors crazy.
Yep.
probably.
Can
And
you-
Rail, how you doing?
Can
Yeah.
you do you think one of some of them their company trainers that's got 6 months experience, you think we can figure out ways of driving them nuts out there trying to train drivers?
Uh-uh.
I would
But
not have the patience to.
Well, I did it for 3 years and that was more than enough. I got more miles when I quit training than I did while I was training. So
I can't really say that.
You trained Rich.
I trained Rich from scratch and Bo whenever he started pulling a 53-foot van. He drove my truck with me in it for a week or so. I think it was 2 weeks that I took him with
Can't
me.
remember.
I last long enough to watch them do the first 6 gears. If they don't hit that right, you're done. Don't even bother me. Get out. I'll take it back.
then I would never make it as a truck driver. Then
Well, Jeff, that's not fair because you started somewhere too, fella.
yeah,
Everybody's got to start from scratch, and they're not easy to drive with double clutching and all that stuff. But a lot of the newbies out there nowadays are running automatics with their flip flops and their foot up on the dash, and they think they're on vacation.
that's my
Yeah.
kind of ride.
Well,
Crazy.
they,
You trained me in what, a 13 speed?
Yep.
And it
no,
didn't do
sir,
me
sir,
wrong.
I actually, knock on wood, but they hadn't give me no problems about some of the topics we got on to
Okay, how about this? The first time he looks down and asks me what the other stick is, he's done. How's that?
Hey, really? D-Bone.
Hey, wait, Ravy.
No, it's not the other stick. What's the other two for? Can you drive the 3? A triplex?
Look at East Coast.
Hey, I seen a 10-year-old doing it the other day. I mean,
The old DM we had, the one place I worked at had a
down
5x4 with another 4-speed behind it. Would that count? The Spicer was an air shift.
It'd be close.
Yeah,
Oh, Lordy. Now they're back to Vachi's fun sized.
No, but if I had an automatic, I could go in the bunk and make a sandwich while we're going down the road. Just hit that cruise control and go back there and make a sandwich.
Well, it ain't gonna be long. It ain't gonna be long for they already got them out there riding around without no driver, without needing a driver in them already. So,
Well, I tell you what, I seen my first Mac. Wednesday.
Yeah.
All electric truck.
What?
All electric, yes, sir. Both sides of that truck. It looks like it has wind fairings, and behind those wind fairings are big batteries. And the whole truck is total electric.
well,
How far to go? About
I've
50
seen-
miles before you got to plug it in?
I don't know about that, but what they was doing, they was demonstrating it out there at Palmerton, and they was using it as a yard truck moving trailers all day.
well, there
That
was.
would be good for. Now,
Well,
y'all
we
see
live-
that video on the those Ford was it the F-100 Lightnings or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Out of being at the dealership and sitting there burning. And
Yeah,
the fire department couldn't do anything but just let them
they
sit there
can't
and
put them
burn.
out.
Nope.
I
I think it's gonna be like when you get one of those big rigs or EV and everything on the road.
Oh, we got trolls in the house.
Hello, Kaylee.
I thought she went home.
She's back. Oh, Kyle's here
There's
too.
Kyle.
He must be hungry. There's leftovers.
I'm back in my moo my grandma.
Your moo-moo.
Kyle, the leftovers are in the refrigerator.
All the and ribs.
You know, I was just thinking about them electric cars. You can put them out, but it'd be an expensive run.
Yeah, they got to use that foam and all that stuff and everything on them.
Well, even
I'm thinking if you got like 10 tracks of loads of like concrete sand or something out of a quarry and just happen to have a loader on site there, just bury that thing.
No, it'll still keep on burning.
the thing about it is,
Yeah, that lithium it has it creates its own oxygen.
Hey, Wayne.
Hey, how you doing, Mike?
and once the batteries get hot enough that one catches on fire, they got to work their way through every battery that's in it, and so that's on. No matter what they use, I think I seen a YouTube video the other day where they use 250,000 100 gallons or something that are 2,500 gallons or something of water, and the car caught right back up on fire. So
What car is it that
What Tesla?
is it the Prius that's having all the battery issues and stuff, and now they're telling the people if your garage is attached to your house, do not put the car in there because of the batteries that are shorting out and burning everything down.
They're telling them
I think it is.
There was advice from on that video that I watched where they had those lightnings. They were telling people that have got e-bikes, scooters, cars.
Tesla.
It could have been Tesla. Do not have them inside your house and plug them in.
yeah,
They know where houses are burning down. People got the car inside the garage, plugged in, charging, and the house is going up. flames also.
Yep. Now back to that Mack truck, Jeff, that I was telling you, it was all electric, that was up there, that they was moving all of them trailers and everything with up there. Well, then they it started to run low on juice, so they notified the Mack dealership down there in Allentown, where it came from, and guess what? They don't have a charging system to recharge that truck yet.
Why the hell would you even put it out there then?
I don't know. I was dying laughing.
Well, they got them. They got one sitting in front of the Volvo plant down here, the Volvo plant, and it's got kind of a wedge run into it. It kind of looks. I told Delisa, you know what they call them? They're anteaters when they first come out, Mark. You know what they call them anteaters, and then then there were cabovers with hard-ons or whatever you want to say. But
Yeah.
I mean, and now that is exactly what his daggum Volvo looks like out here, sitting out here now. I mean,
Well, I was watching YouTube the other day. I was watching American Towman, and there's a couple guys in Texas. They found these generator sets. These I forget what they're called, but you can buy a generator set. It's like a little portable set for charging electric cars. For $9,500, you can have this thing put on your truck, and you can do road calls.
Wow.
And they said that, this guy said that it's not something a lot of people know about yet. He says you can name your price, sit there for 5 or 6 hours charging the car.
well, what I don't understand is why didn't they go to something like a train engine to start with? Whereas a diesel over electric. There's electric motors that runs the train, and then when it starts getting low, then they charge the diesel engine on, and that's how those their trains work. So that would make a lot more sense to me than going totally electric and you get half a day of work out of it. I mean,
all the new Volvo excavators and stuff.
Yeah,
they sell a gen set generator to charge them things up, and that it'll charge two different ways. They'll do what they call a quick surface charge for like over lunch to bring it back up to so much %, or an overnight charge that it'll charge it overnight.
Wow.
yeah.
But they're all talking this go green, but they don't have no grid system set up to maintain and take care of this stuff yet.
That's the thing about it. They ain't got the infrastructure in place for all this. And then then I think they said it was like one place they're showing the price of how much it charged. They charge at these malls and things like that where they got those plug-ins at, and it was something like $60 to charge up a car every time you go. I can put $60 in this truck and run all month. This pickup truck of mine, $60 worth of gas in it, and I don't go anywhere anyway. So, I mean, I can go the whole month without having to fill it up to the end of the month. So,
Right.
Well, we've got 2 EV charging stations on campus, and they're free.
Right.
And you will get a ticket if you park in the park. There's 2 parking spots, one on each side of the charger, because there's 2 cords. You will get a ticket if you park in those 2 parking spots and you're not an EV.
Well, all I do is I cut a hole in the trunk lid or somewhere and just plug me a fake ponytail, pigtail in the back of it. So.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, there's Rail. How you doing? But I just don't really see how they're going to run these tractor trailers on electric for the type of loads and the hills and everything else, because they're not going to get what they want.
Hey, Dan,
How you doing?
Yeah, and I mean, Volvo's is known as one of the heaviest daggum trucks anyway. So now you take the engine out of it and the batteries, it's still going to be one of the heaviest trucks. So I mean,
Well, yeah, the batteries are huge. That Mac that
Yeah.
they brought out there, the left side, the right side, underneath those plastic fairings is all batteries in that Mac truck.
Well, my question
Well, you
is,
look at the batteries on just a regular car there, see how big they are.
like I said,
That truck just went from hauling 40,000 or whatever down to hauling about maybe 29,000 by the time that thing's all done and built.
Oh, I don't doubt it one bit.
hey, dancing. Yeah, it'll be. I mean, they're gonna make Kyle start driving that as his company truck that he drives around. Electric jobs. Work on the oil wells.
And hang it up.
They're gonna have to come up with like a reefer unit deal that has the cord that comes off and plugs into the truck.
Yeah,
That's the sad part of it is they're attacking all the diesel trucks and all that, wanting them to go electric and everything. But ain't nobody said a word about the reefer units running or anything yet to keep the refrigerated trailers cold and everything. And they put out more soot than a daggone tractor trailer
well,
every time they start and stop.
Well, California tried that a while back. They tried to tell you couldn't even let the reefer run but I think they finally got that switch back around, because you sat there with a load of produce or hanging meat on that daggum truck and see how long that stuff lasts with the reefer cut off.
Electric school bus.
damn.
Yeah.
Must have been a small one.
I know Amazon's got electric vans, but they run all down like Summit and stuff over here.
Uh-huh.
I'm
And
waiting
they
for them to
stand out because I don't know what it is. Why do they take these electric cars and stuff and they put all kinds of lights across the back and the front and stuff? It's like you're making it,
I'm waiting.
it won't go that far.
This is probably going to be like when I was a little kid, I watched this show. It was called The Jetsons.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yep.
you think of this all total electric stuff, and then you think of these cars flying and all this stuff, and it's like this ain't even reality, really, to me.
If you're George P. Elroy,
It could be. I don't know.
Well, I'm
You don't
still,
look
I'm
like
still
no
waiting
Elroy.
for my good-looking little maid to run around here on little wheels. I mean, but I mean, it is. I mean, we started talking about George Jetson and all last night on my stream for a little bit.
Yep.
It brought them up, but I don't. Well, I mean, and they're shutting down all the coal electric plants again. So the last time they tried shutting down all the coal plants, what happened? The coal and the natural gas plants, they couldn't keep the air conditioners on in California or half the state. So, I mean, and solar panels and windmills just ain't gonna cut it,
Right.
because the wind's got to be at a certain speed and everything else. I mean, you go out across Texas, out there in the West Texas, and they're out of the whole daggone bunch of windmills for 100 miles. You might see 20 of them running. I mean, it don't make any sense to me. So,
Yep.
well, I know I was surprised one time. Chris and I, we actually had to go get for the motorcycle, and going down that way, all of a sudden it's like, where the hell all these damn windmills pop up from? All of a sudden it's like, man, there had to be about 30 or 40 of them out there. And they were all gone.
well, if you go up 287 going out of Dallas, going up toward that way, Mater, they ain't nothing but daggum windmills up through there. I mean,
Hey, you think I can get some coffee from the waitress?
About your last
Only if you tip her.
Tip her.
Don't need to make her fall over.
I'd
I'm
be
getting
afraid to tip her over.
I'm getting a little low too.
Hey,
I'm good.
but yeah, I don't know.
Well, that's
I'm
what.
still trying to figure out why Kyle's sitting here with his jammies on.
Because he was ready to go to bed.
It's bedtime. He gets up early in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Ed, are you ready?
Dang on. I got my coffee.
There you go.
It's full.
It didn't work too well.
Hey, there's Cajun. How you doing, Cajun?
Okay.
Hey, Cajun, where you been?
He's
Hey.
running late.
Ed, this ain't WandaVision.
Take care, Ken. Have a good one, buddy. Thanks for stopping in.
Later, Ken.
Yep. See you, Ken. Yeah, I don't know. But you look at the world today from what it used to be, good golly. And it's like, where in the heck did this stuff come from?
Well, to be honest with you, Mark, every time I get out on that doggone interstate, I thank good Lord that I got out of it when I did. 'Cause, I mean, it's too much hassle, too much. The roads are too far behind schedule and everything else now.
Yep. All right, Brandon, we'll see you. Thanks for stopping by.
I was watching
Later,
the videos and I was telling Crystal how it's like, I'm wondering what is everybody putting in their damn peace pipe up in Illinois and out in California with all the rules that they're wanting to pass and everything, just in the judicial system.
But you have to also keep in mind, you can't really feel sorry for them because they voted this stuff in.
Does my face look better today, or I got a different haircut?
There's the
That's
puppy.
a definite
Thomas.
improvement right there.
Hey, how you doing, Thomas?
You're not hiding in the back room, are you, Thomas?
Hey,
Yeah,
Tom.
Thomas, you're not at work getting in trouble, are you?
He's stocking ice cream.
Oh, Lordy. Oh, Lordy. It's crazy. But you look at technology today, and all these Einsteins come up with all this, and it's probably people that couldn't take two wrenches and make them work.
Nope.
They could make it work on a piece of paper, but they could physically not go and make that work in reality in front of people.
Well,
They work their whole life.
that's why everybody's switching over to automatic trucks. Nobody's got enough sense to be able to figure out how to change gears anymore.
No,
Well, I can only go up to
Well,
5.
it's hard to move that stick.
Oh yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah, with your foot up on the dash and your flip flops getting in the way and stuff like that, I guess
you know what?
I guess-
If you think about reality, the state of Connecticut, if you went in the state of Connecticut and didn't have a pair of hard sole shoes on or a white sheet on your bunk, they would
Yes.
regulate you and put you out of service.
Yep.
And nowadays they're wearing flip flops, they're barefooted, they're all this and that driving these trucks.
Well, I got to say I did go to start where I wore tennis shoes most of the time, but I did have my hard shoes sitting right beside the seat.
Oh
So
yeah.
if I got somewhere that I had to have them on, I'd slide them on. But
Yep. Hey, how you doing, Pat? Yeah, but you know that years ago they would write you tickets and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And you'd have to go to Walmart and buy a pair of work boots in order to drive to get out of there.
yeah, exactly.
You know,
I
and
mean,
the day of what you see now is unbelievable.
I didn't believe it about the white sheets and all. I actually never did get checked up there, but I seen the guy that got a ticket because he didn't have white sheets on his daggone bed.
Yes, sir. They got me. Because if there's a fatality accident, they want the sheet off of your bed to cover the person.
Well,
Well,
I
Sal-
always carried a new set in the cabinets, but I didn't have white sheets on it because
Yeah.
You know,
I wouldn't
'cause
make
you
it up there. I wouldn't make it up there because I'd have to have pastel pink sheets.
it got.
I always had
It'll be-
my one
it'll
flannel
be-
sheet, a blanket, and my John Deere blanket. That's all I ever had.
It
Well,
will be
they-
the type to say, I got my pink panties on and I'm ready to go to bed.
Have to look around, man. One of the girls had it.
Like I said, they wouldn't like me because the sheets I got are red. So at least it hide the blood.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing, Cajun?
All right, how you doing, Mark?
Real good.
Hey,
How you
Cajun.
doing, Donnie? Good to see you.
Hi, Donnie.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Donnie.
You're late.
Well, you know, he
No,
wasn't
I'm
on
late.
earlier at his regular time, and I called Johnny up and asked him to bring a shovel, and I got my 48-inch pipe wrench out, and I dug a little hole to see if there was any concrete on my telescopic pole with a TV antenna. Wasn't no concrete, but when I dug down, I found out it was bent a little bit. So I started turning and turning. I said, good. Johnny, me and you going to put this up tomorrow with my brand. I've been having a base antenna, 18-footer, for 2 years. We're going to put it up. I'm going to run the coax down, and I'm going to have my base antenna set up from 18 megahertz to 31 megahertz.
Well, good. I'm glad you're in here. Have you heard?
Did you say 48-inch pipe wrench?
Yeah. Actually, I
Jeez,
made
I
a
don't know if I
mistake.
could even
36.
pick that up again.
36. Aluminum handle.
Now that you're in
Okay,
here,
that's cheating. That's
have
cheating.
you ever heard of Mud Duck Radio, Cajun?
Mud Duck Radio.
He's
You mean-
supposed to be out in the desert,
in Arizona?
somewhere out that way.
I think if that's the guy in Arizona that I'm thinking of, I've heard of him. Yeah, he's got a YouTube channel.
That I'm not sure of, but you
Okay.
hear him running when I run across Hayden. He's just blowing everybody up.
That might be I think Tim.
Yeah, I don't know.
His name's
He said look it up. Hey, how you doing, Miss Peaches? But and Pat, how you doing? He said to look it up on YouTube under Mud Duck Radio.
Okay.
And he does radios and all that and everything. I mean, his radio is smoking, and I mean it is crystal clear. And he'll
Okay,
run
his
over
YouTube
top of
channel
all
is Mud Duck Radio, yeah. Because there's another guy, he says, I'm the biggest mud duck in Idaho. And this is actually a guy that works on amplifiers. You know, he doesn't do radio. He does radios, don't get me wrong. Just don't ask him to work on one.
Right.
Because he does linears, amplifiers, and that's his specialty. And he builds them from scratch. And
Yeah.
he does the 20,000 watts, you know, for the brakes and all that stuff. Yeah.
Huh.
Mud Duck Radio. Let me write that down.
Mud Duck Radio. Yes.
If that's the one in Arizona, I know who you're talking about.
People telling you how to get on your channel. Help you see me.
So,
Hey, Ed, you
and I
want to see
still
me do a
never
magic
called
trick?
you. I owe you a phone call, Mark, to see what kind of radio you want.
I still don't know. I went and got me a Cobra 29. Well, I didn't. Sandy did.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all you need then.
It's a piece of junk. It don't get out nowhere.
No, but I can
Not
make
even out of
it
its
get
own
out
way.
somewhere.
So I don't know. I'm thinking of trying to find a kicker to hook to it.
I thought you had a kicker already. Thought you
Huh?
had one. Thought
No.
you had one.
It was built into my other radio.
Oh, yeah, okay. Okay.
So now I got to try to find me a box to hook it to.
Yeah, that's 600. I should have showed you that when you were here. That 600 Scout I got. That's a little too heavy to strap up bottom of your radio. It's tube tight. 4 tubes pushing 6 tubes.
If you put it in the oven, Bocce, they actually turn a little bit brown. Just so you know.
Homemade sauce.
Yeah, white
She's
pizza
wanting to be a movie star.
Yeah.
Turn around here. She wants to be a movie star.
Yep.
Oh, that's a new puppy dog.
Yeah.
But she goes, leave me alone.
But this guy, I can leave the house here and you can hear this guy talking, and I can hear him talking all the way over to Jersey.
There was one on it. Just looking up, they're almost.
Yeah, if he's in Arizona, yeah, he's talking Skip. Conditions are just right, you know.
But he is
blasting
on
you.
channel 19, and he will block out anybody trying to give a bear report or anything as much as he's pushing.
Mhm.
And he said, if you don't believe me, look up Mud Duck Radio and that on YouTube, and that's what he goes by.
So you talked to him also then?
No. I just heard him telling others because they try to walk on him and they can't.
Okay.
He was doing the Skip probably.
Hey, junkyard.
Hey, junkyard.
If that's him in Arizona, I know. Like I said before, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Mud Duck Radio.
You know what I had one of them Cobra 29s. I had it in the Mac I was running for Spicer, and I took it and I put it in the white granite or the white CL when I was plowing last winter. I hooked it up, you know, the little knobs that Mac puts on the dash for you and stuff. Hooked it up to that, ran the coax up, put it on the antenna and stuff. It would turn on, but it would go out when you open the door. As soon as you close the door, the radio would come back. It's like
Oh, you lost it.
it's like it would just turn on and off when the door was open.
Yeah.
You lost power or ground somewhere.
Yeah, Miss Peaches, he's pushing out some serious power. And I can leave the house and run 400 miles from the house and still hear that guy on the radio.
Well, there used to be a guy down in Florida, around Fort Lauderdale somewhere. That song would blow about anybody on the East Coast away. He'd get on there and you couldn't talk. You couldn't talk because he was jabbering on so much that you could not. I mean, the old man had a pusher on one truck that he had, but he couldn't run it long, because it would that alternator on that truck wasn't big enough. It would dim the lights on it. So.
Well, that's the way my one was. It just burned up on me. If I was sitting in a truck stop and I went to talk to somebody, I could actually dim the lights on the truck, but I was putting some power behind it.
Yeah.
And then it used to be years ago running that radio, we would put the fluorescent bulbs on the antenna, and when I would keep the mic up, it would light up the fluorescent bulb on the antenna.
Yeah.
Okay, that's Fine Tune CB Shop and Mud Duck Radio in the Desert.
Yes.
Okay, when I clicked on that, I did a Google search, Mud Duck Radio YouTube channel, and it came up as that Mud Duck Radio in the Desert, and that's a Striker SR 955.
Yes.
Video he's making, and and he's out there on top of a huge hill in the desert, and yep, that's the same guy I know.
But I tell you what, all the way across 80 up there in PA and Ohio and all that, he did
say he owns a radio shop.
Yes.
Okay, that's him.
Yeah, those Peaches, they used to be one in South Carolina. They did that too. they found where he lived at. And they went out and burned his coax cables up, shorted his coax. So
But you can be running down the road. I can leave the house here, and I can hear him all the way out to Palmerton, PA, where I dump out at. And if you try to give a bear report or get a bear report, he'll come in there and just start ratchet jawing, and you can't even hear the other trucks, and you're just trying to reach across the damn grass.
yeah,
I mean, he's pushing some power.
Yeah, skip conditions are just right. And Daryl, if somebody did that to him, they probably stuck a needle through
yeah.
his coax.
That's what I was going by. What Mrs. Pink, she said they pushed pins through his coax, and I said they did that to a guy in South
Oh, I
Carolina.
can't see her comments. She's on Mater's
Yeah.
side.
Yeah. What's
Not on mine.
that is the name of,
She's on mine,
yeah.
but
Oh, somebody. I can't see her on here. Well, let me go to comments on StreamYard, and I might be able to
Yeah,
see it.
you can see the comments and everything on
Yeah.
StreamYard. You can't see it on
yeah,
the YouTube for
but
Mark.
It
I
is.
mean, they found out where he was at. He'd sit there and get drunk on radio every night, and he'd get on about midnight, and he would aggravate everybody out of town there. I mean, but he turned that daggum echo wide open, man. Yeah, you know, and so
I don't know, Delisa. That might be his channel. I'm not real sure, but he tells everybody if they want to know who he is and what he's about, to go to Mud Duck Radio, and you will see what he's about. And I mean, he is putting out some power.
Well, that says fine tuned CB shop.
Same one.
yeah.
Yep.
And he'll come on there and he'll blow smoke for about 10-15 minutes. Then he'll say back to the bench, and then he's off the radio for a while, and then come back up.
That's him.
Yep.
I watched a couple of his videos. He was out in the desert in his vehicle. Okay, in his vehicle, talking like that. Well, he was talking to trucks on the interstate, getting a radio check. That's what he was
Right.
doing.
All right, Thomas. Thanks for stopping by.
Hey, Thomas, take care.
But yeah, I don't know, but the guy's radio is loud and it is crystal clear.
Yeah, he's probably on one of them strikers, and them strikers are some real good radios. They are.
Right,
They up there with the Galaxies.
Yes, it is a Striker radio. He
Okay.
tells you flat out that he is running a Striker radio.
Okay, yeah,
And
that's
then-
right up there with the Galaxies, like you had. You know,
Yeah.
you got. I mean, one
Yeah.
that you have.
All right,
Take
see you,
care.
Ben.
Take care, Ben. Have a good evening, buddy.
Later, man.
All right, Ben. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, that's the type of radio I want. I want a good, clear radio. I don't want that Connex reverb junk and echo. I don't like a radio like that.
Well, guess
Right.
what?
What's that?
Mud Duck, that guy,
Yeah.
he's got his echo off.
Okay.
There's a switch to turn them off, like me and Jeff has been telling you about. All you got to do is turn it off. Don't turn it on. They all come with echo because that's what everybody wanted years ago. And guess what? We still deal with it because everybody wanted it years ago. And I installed 1,000, more than 1,000 of them when I had my radio shop.
I just want one that makes me sound like God.
Well, that reverb does give your voice a little depth. If you barely crank it open, gives your voice depth.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's the thing about it though, is nobody knows how to set it to where it sounds good. They got to either have it.
They just trying to irritate people. Yeah.
I don't like that.
When I
And
talk,
even
I
worse
want
than that.
when I talk, I want it to rattle windows across town.
Well, there was one guy here in the area that whenever he would talk on the CB, it would bleed through the cable TV in the living room.
Oh yeah, that's easy. That's easy. I can do that with your 29. All that is harmonics. 54 megahertz, your 27 megahertz, spread the coils on the back. Your 27 megahertz was 27 times 2, 54. TV's on 54 megahertz. I don't care if it's cable or whatever, it's still receiving 54 megahertz.
Yes, Miss Peaches. I do remember when the Echo mics come out. That was a big thing, and everybody was running those Echo mics.
Yeah, and when Echo mics went out of phase, that's when the LT2 boards came in and the Mr. Jiggs CB toys came in. And Mr. Jiggs had an awesome sounding reverb. It was just a reverb. It wasn't an echo. Or you can get the echo and reverb. Came with the knobs, but it wasn't a good product, so he discontinued it.
Or that either that or them damn Roger beeps. That damn every time one of them Roger beeps would go off, that song would go right through my head. I mean,
yeah, and that's what gave me and my buddy Barry the idea. Everybody wanted to. Somebody would sell their radio. They had a Roger beep. They bought a new one. They sold their old 29, 148, had a Roger beep in it, and they would bring it to us to take the beep out. And the guy said, unless you can change the sound of it. I'm like, what? Hey, wait a minute. So I called my buddy Barry Hangnail, and I says, this guy wants to change the sound on a Roger beep, and we had the Roadrunner Roger beeps. Well, we had access to the board.
What's the house phone? I mean, this phone.
Oh, okay. Hold on. So he came to my shop with his signal generator. I didn't have one at the time. And we found the tone circuit in that Roger beep. And we changed it with capacitors. And we invented the Roger fart. It went instead of beep, it went.
that doggone Roger beep will go slam through your head. I mean, I mean, you might not can hear the radio, but that Roger, every time you take the let off that daggum key down on that mic, you hear the Roger beep. That was just.
Yeah, there's so much stuff out there, junk on the radios and stuff anymore. I just want a crystal clear radio, and like I said, if I have to, I'll put some power behind it. Yeah. But my biggest thing was everybody always laughed at me. I always ran a 10-foot whip antenna, but it had chains and brackets that hooked on the frame behind the truck, and then it had a rubber cord that went to the whip to keep it from hitting the back of the truck or the front of the trailer.
Yeah, 102-inch whip.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
those aren't too bad. I can order them. I ordered a buddy of mine 2 of them. I needed to make an order anyway from the same place, and I let him have them at a cost, because me and him owned radio shops. He had a radio shop, and I had one, and he gave me a bunch of stuff, so I sold it to him at wholesale, and the shipping was an extra $14 or something because they came in a tube.
Yeah.
And naturally it was UPS, FedEx, I forgot which one.
They come in a big brown round tube.
Yeah, but that big around, 1.5 inch tube, and it was 8 foot something.
Mm-hmm.
8 foot's 96 inches, and a whip is 102 inches. 96 inches, and a whip is 102. So 8.5 foot tube.
Yeah, it's crazy, but those always work good. But
I just printed out something I'm going to show you.
Another thing too is 2 antennas. It seems like they work against each other rather than a single antenna.
Yep.
I thought two antennas was always better than the one.
No, because it's like the two antennas work against each
Work
other.
against each
No,
other.
they
Yeah.
they directional.
Yeah.
That you can talk front and back and a little bit on the sides. If you got a 5.5 foot Francis on your right hand mirror, passenger mirror on your 18 wheeler, you're gonna talk more across to the left where you want it to go, and to the back. You'll talk more to the back because you got more metal to the back of it for the ground planes.
Right. But I've always heard, and whenever if you ever used an SWR meter, you get a better SWR out of one single antenna than you will two.
Well, your meter is just to check your SWRs, not to set them.
Yeah.
Wow.
But this is a 10-page deal right here on the new MOSFET conversion for the single, like a Galaxy 33 or a Connex 3300, which is two exact same radios, different name. 10-page on the MOSFET conversion, dual MOSFET, two MOSFETs instead of a single 1969. Final. Yeah, you get more power out of it.
Right.
I just printed that out today, and I'm gonna get some parts later on, stock up on the parts that you need for them, to do the conversion. Because the 1969s they're not made by Mitsubishi anymore,
What is it, Chief?
and they're hard to find.
What is that Chrome radio you have sitting there on the bench back there in the hallway?
That one there is actually a Connex. That was on my workbench.
Yeah, whenever we come down to your
Yeah,
house.
that's actually a Connex. Galaxy, same thing. It's a dog, and I forget. Let me look. It doesn't have a frequency counter though.
The freaks come out at night.
It's the CX4300 HP high power. That's the one with the built-in amplifier.
Yes.
It's got the 200 watt. They say 200 watts. It's not 200 watts. That's the one with the pill in it for like your Superstore and Texas Store linears, kickers. It's got the 2879 pill transistor in it. 2SC 2879. And that one was made, that's a brand new radio, but it was built, it don't have not even 6 months, 2 months of use on it. My buddy Barry ordered it for a guy. He brought it back and said it was breaking up or something. And Barry said, okay. And then about 2 months later, Barry called him up and said, man, I don't know what to tell you. There's really nothing wrong with this radio. He said, I'll just go ahead and keep it. Shit. Order me another one. Guy had more money than sense, I guess.
Wow.
It was probably all in his antenna system, the guy that bought it. I've worked on a guy's system yesterday. He wanted me to work on his radio. Something was wrong with it. And I'm like, I got in his truck. This was right after band, right after I made that video yesterday, the music video at the band camp across the street. That was the bass player. No. Daniel Gospot. He said, I need you to check out work on my radio. So he opened up his truck and I got in it, I keyed it up and I said, it ain't your radio, your antenna warning light's coming on. Something wrong with your antenna or your coax. And I look at it, I'm like, his shoulder washer was missing in his mirror mount, but he had it bolted to the angle line. He used to drive Escort for wide loads and all, oversized loads. and his shoulder washer was going in the mirror mount. His coax was making a direct short. He had it upside down. I turned it around. He still had the problem because the Teflon washer was broken.
Wow, I just got
It's not simple to fix.
a strange text.
Was it from me?
No.
Oh, okay.
I didn't do it. I don't care if you even have proof of it. I still didn't do it. My phone's sitting over there and I haven't touched it.
But you did it.
And one time at band camp. Yeah, well, anyway, I just put that video out yesterday. Yeah, yesterday.
Yep.
Johnny's here. Johnny's here. Go get him, baby. Go get him. Boy, she jumped off that chair. Go get him. Go bite him in the. Go bite him. Johnny's here.
Sandy texted me from the living room saying she wants her birthday present.
No, it's a thing of don't be sending no fan mail for this person, and whatever money they make on that would go to would go towards the hospital bills.
Hello, Sam.
Hi, Sammy.
How you doing, Sammy?
That dog, boy.
So I guess somebody might be watching this and sending a threat or whatever, but I'll send the threat back. Just do what you need to do, and remember, I return.
Yeah.
And I think it was the one that we was just talking about here just a little bit ago.
All right.
Say hi, Johnny Beth. Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey, Johnny.
Hey, Johnny, good to see you.
Hey,
See
Johnny.
y'all. He just got back from adoration at church.
Well, Mark, they were saying the other week that they was going to ban you from having a PepsiCo or from the drinking. You daggum drink going down the highway the other day. They was going to ban truck drivers from being able to drink or eat or whatever they do going down the highway. So
They'll never be able to stop that.
yeah, well, I mean, so in other words, if they did though, a CB radio would be the first thing they take out. So be the first thing they take off of it. I mean, years ago they tried them keyless mic radios, and they didn't work with crap. So
He starts putting too much stuff on the truckers and everything. We ain't gonna be getting much product in stores. The truckers are gonna say "F you" and
You
park
said
it.
that right.
well,
Yeah, you start
well,
taking truck drivers' rights away.
well, that's the mayor of Fort Wayne, Indiana, that's running the Department of Transportation. So whatever. He couldn't leave his husband long enough the other day to go over and check out that train crash in Ohio the other week. So.
Yeah. Well, wasn't there just another train wreck here? What state was it here? Not too long ago.
There was one there've been several since that one, but
Yeah.
I know
Really?
a Landstar truck going across Nevada or somewhere. I mean, Arizona. I think he turned his over, and he's hauling hazmat. They had to take and had to evacuate a town because the hazmat he was hauling.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, in Arizona, they got a bunch of little towns out there. They got like 3 people in a town. Some towns got 5 people. You know, big population.
yeah, the driver didn't make it, but it spread. It took him a while to clean that mess up, whatever it
The
was.
engineer didn't make it.
No, this was a semi truck. So The driver
Oh,
of the
I thought you
semi-truck
said a
didn't make it.
train wreck earlier.
No, this was a semi-truck.
Oh,
Well, who was it talking about it last night from that wreck that went into the
Wild One Adventures.
Yeah, Wild One
Yeah,
got,
yeah, I know
yeah,
him.
he got,
Yeah, I saw that video. Like, damn.
he got, there's a road rage thing going on. A guy that comes off my channel all the time, Mark, he had road rage incident, and he'd parked at Oak Grove, Missouri, that Petro out in Oak Grove, Missouri, and the guy the guy that got shot come off the interstate, and he hit his truck head on. But he wasn't driving. The truck was parked. So,
Right.
but the guy that he'd come off the daggum interstate, hit his truck head on. He said his truck was totaled. So
Yep.
And they said that he was doing about 100 miles an hour, but when he came off the highway, he was already dead.
yeah,
Well, a friend of ours, he took a load out to Houston, and there's a truck stop there with a bar at the truck stop.
Uh-oh.
He came back out to the truck, went to bed, and a fella jumped up in the truck and shot him 10 times.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Damn.
So they got the guy, and a buddy of ours that got shot up, he lived through all 10 shots. And then when it went to court, they asked the guy, "What was you thinking?" And he said he wanted to know what it felt like to kill somebody.
Oh.
And I guess he had been stalking Roger all night in the bar, waiting for him to go out to the truck.
damn.
He didn't have the doors locked?
No.
I would have. If I've been going to sleep, yeah, I'd been make sure my doors are locked.
Yeah, you would think. But obviously he was in there drinking.
Yeah,
So he wasn't in his clear mind either.
Yeah, I can see where that was going. You said a bar and a truck stop going, that's going to be trouble right there alone.
Yeah. And the sad part of it was my brother had to go out there and get the truck and trailer and bring it home. And I guess there was blood from one end of that truck, from the bunk to the front, everything else. My brother brought the truck back.
Oh my God.
It was crazy. What the heck was his name, Sandy? The one that got shot up out there in Texas, and my brother went and got the truck and brought it back. What was his name? No, not Dave. Oh, Roger Salby.
Roger Salby, yeah.
Oh, I know there was a company I used to work for. I had to go recover a truck that he was sitting at a paper mill, and his load wasn't ready, so he sat out there and was drunk. He had the whole damn floorboard, the whole passenger side, every nook and cranny in that truck filled with empty beer cans. I mean, the company, the paper mill called our company, and I think they called the police. So they come out and got him because he was waiting on a load. He was waiting on the load to get loaded at the paper mill. And he was considered on duty, so they basically they nailed him for drunk driving, and I had to go recover that damn truck. I mean, I got 2 big litter bag trash cans for beer cans out of that truck before I could drive it back to the terminal.
And you wonder how half of them even make it down the road like that. But I know guys that would load up here off the river and go to Chicago, and they had it down pat that a case of beer would get them there.
Yeah,
they ran that way all the time.
Well, I had a guy that I went to school with his son, and we left Fort Lauderdale. He had a fifth of liquor sitting on it. He'd done drunk a fifth of liquor going down to Fort Lauderdale. turned around and was drinking a fifth coming back up, and the truck never even weaved. I mean, coming up 95, that truck never even weaved. But he got there at the Florida Agriculture Station on 95, and he got I don't know how in the heck he even got by, but he fell out of the damn truck, walked around the front of the truck, pissed right in front of the truck, got back, climbed back into the truck. I mean, after falling out of it, the agriculture guy didn't even come over and look at it. I mean, I said, my God Almighty, how can you get so damn lucky? I mean, but I mean, as far as driving down the road, he could hold it straight. But
Oh yeah. Yep. I've known quite a few people when I used to run just Chicago area. They did that mess every trip, going out and coming back, and don't even know how they would do it, and they would double up their loads and everything, and run that way.
yeah, I mean, the guy that did his boss man at the time was hauling was down at the car auction in Darlington, and he said his boss man come over and asked me because I was over having Daddy load the cars on the truck, and he said y'all got too far ahead of me. We done had Daddy's truck basically loaded. It was going to New York. He said, now I got this load going to Kentucky that I got an extra car for. Would you would I mind going with him, following him another truck up to go to Kentucky with Louisville, Kentucky, with following that truck? I said, sure. I mean, that was extra money in my pocket. So I jumped at it, and he had them daggum a cooler slam full of them damn little Miller ponies. By the time we got to Louisville, Kentucky, he couldn't stand up to unload them damn cars. I unloaded every one of the cars, and I mean, I'm 18 years old, barely 18, and while I'm doing that, he goes in there and gets on the telephone, calls up the kind of like a broker down there with a load of cars, and he said, "Yeah, I got a load sitting in Lakeland if you want to go get them." So he said, "Well, we're going to Lakeland, Florida. I got you an extra car to drive from Lakeland back up. It's going to New York." I said, first off, I'm not. The only way this truck's going anywhere right now is if I'm driving.
Right.
He said you can't drive my truck. I said, your boss man done told me anything he's got on his yard down there, because the old man, he told old man to let me drive because he wanted, but I said, the boss man done told me I could drive anything he's got on his yard. So, so I drove all the way. I think I went straight through Atlanta. I didn't know nothing about going around Atlanta at that time. And
that's a rough area right there.
Yeah, and I went straight through Atlanta. It just happened I was in midnight or something another cook, so I went through there. Well, I got down to Macon, and them damn little county cops are sitting in the damn interstate. I mean, the speedometer didn't work in that truck, and all of a sudden I seen this damn county cop come flying out behind me. And I said, "Oh my God, no!" I said he's gonna put us under the damn jailhouse. I'm 18. I ain't got old enough to have a damn CDL, and I'm not. I did have a permit to where I could, as long as the permit to drive it somehow, but it was only good for the state of South Carolina, and I had to have somebody sitting in the passenger seat, but I didn't have that. He was back there still passed out in sleeper, and so I told him, I got on the radio, I said, "Mr. County Cop, before you pull me over," I said, I don't know why, this is back when it was 55 miles an hour. And I said, I said, my speedometer broke back up there near Atlanta. I said, and I'm just trying to get on down the road here, sir. But I do not have any idea how fast I'm running this truck. You know, I knew the RPMs on Daddy's truck, but I didn't know that truck. And I got, he slowed me down, and I figured he said, okay, 55 mile an hour. Slowed me down to 45 mile an hour. Slowed me down to 35 mile an hour, and I turned my signal light on like I was fixing to pull over. And, you know, and so he said, all right, driver, don't worry about stopping, but you better not never come through my county that fast again. I said, yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. But he would have put us under the damn jailhouse with the driver's damn drunk and sleeper, and I couldn't, and I wasn't old enough to be driving the truck, so he put us under the damn jailhouse.
That's one thing I've always taught the kids: no drinking and driving.
No, sir.
If you get in trouble, don't you call me, because you know where I stand on that.
That's what I was always told too, and I always made it a set thing that once that I drink when I was at home, but once 8 hours before I got in that truck, I quit, and I would not touch another drop until I got back to that truck was parked back in my yard at home.
Right.
Yep.
And
that's the way it should be. I mean, that's just factor. But I'm not a drinker or anything like that, so you know, I'm not for that stuff. And
I'm a drinker. I drink all the time.
Me too. Right here, as long as it gets.
You know, I find this funny. Last night, yesterday evening, when I was looking up when Wildwin, the owner of the 18-wheeler that got hit by that other truck.
Yeah, a pickup truck.
The guy that got shot. You know, he hit. Well, Wildwin, you know, it total lost his truck. He said, and then it, I guess, went off the road or whatever. But one of the news stations, it said they found the guy, the one that got shot, dead at a gas station. Like he walked into the station and like, I need help, and fell dead.
It was a road rage incident that happened. Well, just.
Oh, I know the whole story because we went through it last night. But I just read the article.
It was a road rage incident
in a gas station.
Yeah, the gas station was the Petro truck stop. Because I mean, Wildwin's truck was parked there. That's where he parks at when he comes home.
Oh, okay.
And he was parked at the truck. His truck was parked at the truck stop. The truck wasn't moving. He'd parked his truck there, took his car, went home, and and then they called him up and tell him that his truck got total loss at the damn truck stop. So they had to tow it out of the truck stop. So
okay, what is Delisa talking about? Do you all need to post the link to the chat?
That accident for that thing happening out there in Oak Grove, Missouri, that article on that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, she said she'd post a link in a minute where what it was.
Yeah, showing it was that news report and everything.
Yeah.
And they caught that too, like what, next day or so?
Next day he was 40 miles further down the road. But
yep.
I mean, a daggum 18-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had him identified. I seen it last night. Yeah. But I mean, the guy that got shot was in an F-250, according to what the news report said, and it hit that parked semi truck, and then the guy I think, stumbled or something or other into the Petro. You know, the Petro's separated. They got the gas tanks in the front, and then where the semi trucks go in the back. So, but that's that Oak Grove. I mean, that was always a nice truck stop out there. I mean, it had that chrome shop and all that stuff in it. It was on I-70 there. That was always a nice truck stop.
Delisa put a link and I put a link. They're both different links. So
Yeah.
All right, everybody in the chat. Brandon, I guess, just went live, so we're going to cut this off so you all can get over to Brandon's. So I don't want to step over on him. So everybody in the chat, thanks for coming in. Appreciate you all, and we'll see you all in the next one. Y'all have a
Thank
good
you,
night.
everybody.
I'm going to bed.
Yeah, everybody.
See
all
y'all.
right, everybody, as always, love, peace, and crackling grease. Y'all take care. Catch y'all later.
All right.
Blue Tie.
All right.
Yeah.